welcome. Hey dancers, getting going a little slow. Welcome dancers to the Los Angeles Bellydance Academy. My name is Stefanya, and I'm super happy that you have decided to join us here in our virtual dance studio, which is exciting because we didn't know we had one until now. So thank you for joining us. It's Saturday in real time. The nice thing about the virtual studio, Saturday may have passed or another Saturday may have now come along, but Saturday is the weekend. Weekend we like to celebrate by working extra hard. We do a class called Dance Technique, and then typically we work on our performance company. So Saturdays are about training. Thanks for being here. Thanks for wanting to train. I'm doing something that's pretty unique for me. I have a yoga mat. Typically I don't. If you know, you join me in class, I'm normally just on the floor. But this yoga mat is pretty cool. It happens to say belly dance. So why not, right? Since the reason why we might want to be on the floor and roll around and work on our core is because we want to have a great earthy feeling, a great sense of body and earth connection while we dance. So that's what we're doing. Welcome. So we're going to start class on the floor, and as we get started, please keep in mind, dance is an active sport. It requires for you to know the limitations of your own body, so that means you must dance at your own risk. We're going to do all that we can to keep our body as safe as we can, so please follow the instructions that I'm going to give. I promise I'll repeat it obnoxiously, so you will really follow me if there's an important point. And of course, if there's something that you are resisting, just relax and let's wait for it to pass. Meaning, don't do it. Just listen to your body. If your body says, nope, then let's do that. And there's always modifications. If anybody has questions about modifications, I'm happy to answer. You can leave it in a comment. You can leave it in a comment. You can message the studio as you wish. Happy to be here for you and help support healthy, happy dancing bodies. Okay? I wonder if we're getting ready. I think we can start. All right, dancers. So I kind of have this squishy yoga mat, and maybe what's a little bit different about class today is that we're going to start here on the ground, but we are still going to start in our favorite position. So you are going to put the balls of your feet together. Excuse me, not the balls of your feet. You're going to put your heels together. So as we start, heels go together. You want to get going gently, but as I said, it's most important that your heels are compressed together. When your heels touch, your inner thighs are going to be rotating and your core will be engaged, and you will work on having your back as flat and relaxed as possible. Your hands will come together. I may or may not be the headless horseman on the video camera, which really doesn't matter. There's another image of me over there, but you can just hold the position. Hold the position, breathe and smile, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Smile, smile. So we're just letting those muscles warm up. Awesome, you're gonna interlace the fingers, bring your knees close together, and push up. See, I've never used a yoga mat before. All right, first time for everything. So, stretch and breathe. You can move your feet back and forth. You can lift your heels and drop your heels. Just make sure that you're kind of getting that warmth and that breath flowing through the body. Awesome. So we're just going to make it kind of simple. Walk the feet back in towards the hands. Turn the feet out. And let's go back into our position. Try engage the inner thighs just a little bit more, always keeping the heels together, lifting the heart up, relaxing the shoulders. Hands are just in the center so that they can be relaxed, shoulders relaxed, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Push your pubic bone forward. That's going to automatically help you squeeze the inner thighs, open the hips. Like we said, take the pressure off by lifting up. Continue to breathe. Good job, dancers, good job. Interlace the fingers, bring the knees together. Put the hands on the ground. I'm going to rotate to the side so that you can see my triangle position. Firmly place the palms of the hands on the floor. The palms should be in alignment, the fingers facing forward, the toes in alignment to the hands. And now let's look at the belly button. Tuck it under, take a look. Here we go. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. I want you to push your tailbone high into the sky by pushing your hands deep into the earth. So the tailbone gets to soar, breathe in through the nose. As the hands deeply plant into the ground. Wonderful. I hope you feel that nice elongation through the spine. If not, I want you to pull those abs into your center line just a little bit deeper. Rotate the thighs just a little bit more. Bring the alignment into the body. One more deep breath in. You've done such a good job. Exhale. And just slowly bring that center line back together. You can walk the feet together. You can bring the hands together. Whatever you want. But this time, as we're here, taking our first stretch, let's just grab the elbows. As you grab your elbows, ensure that your abs are pulling up into the lower back, and your lower back is relaxing down to the floor. So, continue to breathe, focus on the breath, smile, little twist, side to side. Wonderful. Let's take one plie here. We're just gonna, as you bend your knees, just make sure that you pull your abs in, tuck it under, and straighten it up. Tuck it in. Again, pull into your abs, tuck it under, straighten it out. Yeah, getting warm. Awesome. So you can come back into the final. You know, we only do 3. Position here. Most important is that your heels are together and that you feel the pressing of the energy together, because essentially, just like when I stand up, it's my feet pushing down that will engage my inner thighs. So my feet pushing together and pushing down helps me engage my inner thighs, helps me lift up through the center line of the body, helps me relax through the shoulders as I continue to remind myself to breathe. Breathe, 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 breathe. Breathe and smile. And keep it going. Breathe and smile. Good job. Interlace the fingers. Last time. You've done so good. Bring it together. Put the hands on the floor. You're walking yourself out into your triangle pose. Reach those heels far away from the hips. Reach the fingertips far away from the hips. Hips rising up into the sky. Terrific, terrific, terrific. So we're going to lift the one leg up. You want the leg to go higher. I want you to push the 3 limbs that are left deeper into the floor. So to make one leg float, everything else has to push down, push down, push down, push down. Wonderful. Breathe. You can bend the knee, open up the hip, just let it swing over to the side. That's just getting a nice long stretch. Relax, relax, relax. Kick it out front, and let's bring it back to the other foot. So 3 limbs are left on the floor. First you have to do is replace the energy. So the same amount goes into the other, and then when you want the leg to kick up higher, what do you gotta do? Push, 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 deeper, deeper, deeper down into the floor. Go ahead and let the knee relax, plie, just let the hips swing open. Give it a nice generous stretch. Kick it out straight. and back together. Wonderful. So again, we're going to take a nice releve up. Keep those heels nice and high, and press down to the floor. One more time. Big releve up. Way down. Terrific. Okay, dancers. We're going to come here to our plank position. I want you to just think about your alignment first as we get going. Let's have the toes as closely behind the palms as we can. The wrists, the elbows, and the shoulders aligned over the palms. Let's make sure that our hips not down, but ensure that they're raised up so that you can have it push down from the legs. Awesome. I want you to engage those inner thighs. Continue to breathe. Keep your elbows close to the side of your body, and on your own count, I want you to bring it down. Once you get down, I want you to push just a little bit forward and gently relax. Good. Let's think of our shoulders as low, open, and wide. Wonderful. Next round through, I'll change the angle so you can see the back better. So let's tuck those toes in, pull the hips up, back into the triangle pose, tuck and look at the belly button. Hold while I change my angle. You can hold, you can hold. And here, we're ready to go down again. So, you're gonna reach your line all the way to your flat plank. Awesome, keep those hips lifted up towards the shoulders. Don't let anything lengthen in the front. Keep it tucked in. Keep the elbows close to the center line. We're going to bend the elbows, go all the way down. Hover. Point the toes a little bit forward so that we can stretch the spine long and the shoulder blades go low, open, and wide. Push it down, push it down. Good, tuck the toes again. Hips high into the sky. One more time through. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, down the plank. Keep those hips pulled in towards the shoulders, everything in alignment, including the neck. Breathe. Soften the upper body. Keep the elbows close. Let's go all the way down. Nice job. Forward. Deep breath in. Arch in the upper back. Shoulders low, open, and wide. Wow. Okay, tuck it in. A little nice gentle child's pose, but for this class, we're not going to use it as a relaxation as much as a moment of getting a little bit of extra stretch out of your tailbone. So I want you to push, 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 push down into the ground. Tuck your abs into your lower back. And what else but breathe. Here we go. Push and breathe. In through the nose. Now through the All right. How you feeling? How you feeling? Okay, so let's sit up and give ourselves just a little bit of a very comfortable crisscross position. Nothing fancy, actually just sit like whatever is the most natural sit. So crisscross extra, crisscross less, whatever you like. And just sit here for a moment. Feel the energy, warmth. Feel whatever that is that maybe you didn't start with. Feel it now. Breathe. Very nice. So we come back forward. We like that. So I want you to think about just your hips, and in this position that you've chosen for yourself, how are your muscles responding to your posture? A couple of things I think that we could say that we want to check on. and this will be how you check on yourself, is to ensure that the quadricep is relaxed. So it'll be easy for you just to take your hands, go from the top of your knees, and bring it forward to where your hips are, and you'll kind of call that top muscle grouping your quadriceps. And you'll want to make sure that your quadriceps seem very relaxed. How does that feel? All right, so you go, well, what if my quadriceps aren't relaxed now that you've mentioned it? Wonderful. It's good to notice, because once we notice, then we can make that change. Now, if your quadriceps are tight, your quadriceps are kind of like doing the work that the core of your body has yet to initiate. So how do we find the core? It's kind of difficult, but we always find the core through connecting with the earth. And when we're here at this kind of mid-level point on the floor, our sit bones are those 2 points that are just like our feet when we stand up tall, that will connect down into the earth. So if you want to get the stress or the contraction out of your quads, which I highly, highly recommend, this is a posture of your choice. Remember, I didn't tell you exactly how to sit. I said do this sit just the way you want, and then we're evaluating that even in your regular sit, are you tensing your quads? The first thing we need to do is get rid of it, right? So push through the floor, bring your sit bones to a little bit more of an attention to where they push down into the ground. And this should give your tummy a little bit of a chance to, it's not a word, I didn't say a word. I don't want you to overdo it. Just give your tummy a little bit of a chance to cinch it in or bring that energy flowing up the body. So instead of it being out here in the quads, and the quads are just trying to hold on and you're trying to sit up, push down through the middle line of your body so that the quads can begin to relax. Your quads are so generous. They're doing work for you that you don't need them to do. So you say, thank you very much, I'm moving on, right? Okay, so let's take that as an idea of how to continue for most of the rest of our stretching. Let's keep the quads super relaxed. So what's the next one that we do? Well, we need to do our butterfly position. The butterfly position is, again, searching for those 2 sit bones down into the floor. We push them down into the floor so that the center line of my body, pushing down, can have energy and rise up. Okay? In this position, if my abs are pulled in, I shouldn't have any tension through my quads. Okay, my legs are relaxed. All the muscles except for my inner thighs. Those are the adductor muscles. They are here instead of here. Okay? So from the kneecap to the hip bone, relax. That's why we're breathing. Breathing can always, you go, hey, relax. And then you can get it relaxed. What's not really relaxed is the muscles inside the legs next to the tushy. Not necessarily the glutes, but inside the upper thighs at the very, very top. So our exercise is exhale, tuck the abs in as you contract. So we get the motion in the hips. You get the motion in the hips. That's super important. This is like our tuck in belly dance. So exhale and under. This is when my tailbone gets to touch the floor. Then I'm going to take this position and go down into my stretch. So I have a contraction with a stretch. After the contraction, I'm going to go flat into my flat back, and that's the reverse of the contraction, into the straight and then come up. So essentially I'm going to curve out my lower back, move into my stretch, pull straight into my flat back, and then up to the recover. When I go straight to my flat back, I really use the pivot point of my shins and my elbows. Maybe that's just me, but it helps me get a little extra resistance. Okay, so let's say today we're going to do 8 in one direction and then 8 in the reverse. Always try to return to the sit bones. So remember those 2 points. Here we go. Exhale. Down. Up. And. Exhale. Down. Up. And. Again, exhale. Down. Up. And exhale. And up. We're going to reverse here. 4 on the reverse means we go flat back first. Exhale, contract. Roll up to the top. Flat back. Flat back over. All the way as deep as you can go. Contraction. Exhale. Pull it back. Roll up to the top. And all the way over. Exhale, contract, up to the top. Last one, all the way over. Exhale, up to the top. Reverse, exhale, down, up, and again, exhale, down, and up. And keep going, keep smiling. 1, 2, don't stop smiling. 3, 4, last time. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's reverse, flat back. 1, exhale, 2, 3, flat back, and down. Use those inner thighs. Exhale, up, and all the way down. You feel it? I bet you feel it. Exhale, roll up. Last one. All the way down. On this one, we don't go anywhere. We just relax, 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 relax. I'm going to use the idea of lengthening my spine, starting at the very, very bottom of the tailbone, lengthening my spine, the idea of the stretch. Don't think down as the stretch. It's not just like I've come and put a pile of bricks on your body and I just want to smash you down. No, this is an organic move. All organic movements, they expand. So we want to think of the spine growing longer, like the breath. Breathe. If you're in class, even though I'm pretty fidgety, I always remember to remind yourselves, don't fidget during stretching. And if you don't know what that means, it just means don't look around, surrender, focus, and breathe. Think of your center line extending out, and let's swing it over to one side. As we swing to one side, remember that the opposite hip, the hip connecting to the earth, is going to sink down into the ground. So I have gravity working on this side, yet I have my energy in my body pushing down through my opposite side. Opposition dancers, breathe into it, breathe into it. Yeah, okay, other side, good job. So gravity's over here, my body is heavy, so my body can help my whatever side you've chosen, side A, it can help it be heavy, but if I just let it all go, it just kind of, what am I doing? Now, side B, the opposite side, needs some pull, needs some push to get that connection down. So I can essentially relax one side, which is the side I'm stretching, relax, but push through the opposite side, lengthen. Want to get better and better? Just breathe, breathe, breathe more and more. Want to feel better and better and better? Smile while you breathe more and more and more and more. Back to the center. You've done great. Nice long stretch. So good. Yeah. I don't know. I'm enjoying it. That's what I think. Okay, so now let's go into our, let's see, do I like that? Maybe I like that, but I think. That's the other mat limiting. I like this one. Okay, so as I just did, you might need to pick it up a little bit, move it to the side, because those two sit bones pushing down into the ground are super important. How dirty are my feet? My feet aren't that dirty. I love to be outside without my shoes on. I'm from Kansas. That's what we like to do. So my feet are always dirty. Sit bones push down, and I think what's most typical is feeling what I would say is just a little bit dumpy right here. I know sometimes it can be like, that little bit of inch to get straight up can seem like, the longest part of the journey. But I promise, what's exciting is once you get to 90 degrees, everything is cool after that. It's like far less of a struggle. So I really want you to struggle and make goals for this 90 degrees and don't give up until you get here, right? So when I sit up 90 degrees, my sit bones, just like I felt in the butterfly position, replace the feet that would typically be on the ground underneath of me. So when I push through my sit bones, I have access to my body. Now, it is true, it's kind of like a less activated position because look how powerful your legs are. Don't tell anybody, but I guess if I had to defend myself, I'd probably be more likely to kick. I'll give away my secrets. Then, what am I going to do? But as a dancer, I'm like, I'll kick. I don't know. So my legs are strong. So when I'm sitting here, I'm less powerful. I feel it less, but it doesn't mean that it's not there. So pushing down is what's helping me not be a slouch potato. Don't slouch it. Push it into the ground and have that energy flowing through the center line of your body. Now, if you were sitting, I think you should feel this in a chair, but it's real hard because if you imagine your knees from here are doing weird things and resetting your hips, especially if you're how far away you are from the ground. But this is something that you should feel while sitting in a chair-ish. All right, I'm moving away. I don't know why I'm talking about other things. We just need to get to the exercise, right? The balls of the feet should be behind the ankles, should be behind the knees, and behind the hips, right? So when I roll through the balls of my feet and I pull my heels off the floor, that pulls right into my center line, and now all of a sudden, wow, I have more energy to sit up tall. When I push that energy now back through the balls of my feet, my ankles are stretching, feels good. Pulls into the body, energizes, pushes back out, and goes. Good. So when it comes to the feet, we call this ball of the feet, or we could call it demi-point, right? Demi-point, because we're not full point, we're half of our length demi-point. But the part of the foot that we're kind of accentuating there would be the ball of the foot. It doesn't work. You know that. That's not going to work, right? You're going to have to use your inner thighs to replace your feet when they want to sickle. And I know they want to sickle. You're not alone. I know they want to sickle, but I know that you can find those inner thighs and ensure no sickling feet, right? So we got to use the muscles that are rotating at the top of the hip to ensure that our feet aren't doing any kind of curly in. It just looks like a square. You know what math is, it's basic. So we're looking for those shapes. Ball of the foot and point, ball of the foot and flex. Again, ball of the foot and point, ball of the foot and flex. Sit up tall. See, the whole time we should have been sitting up tall because that's good enough of an exercise. My arms aren't really being as good for you right now to give you demonstration. They're just hanging out, but I just want you to work on your feet. 2, I'm not using them. Sit up tall. I know it's hard. 1, 2, 1, 2. Now flex. Flex means your heels come off the floor. Did you hear what I said? Your heels come off the floor. Can you flex your feet? Can you get your heels off the floor? The answer is yes. Are you doing it right now? I don't know, but I would suggest work harder. Go, sit up taller, heels off the floor. Go, 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 go. Yes. All right. Point your toes, roll through the balls of the feet, bring your arms up into the sky. Ready to take a little bit of a break. Here we go. So we know we're going forward. Aha. So if we're going forward, we have to know what's going backwards. The energy through my legs is going to shoot out behind me, straight towards the mirror, as the gravity, just like the other thing we just did, is what's helping me go forward here. So I'm letting my body have gravity time this way, but energy push down at the bottom. Here we go, lengthen out, pull those abs into the lower back, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and let's give it a nice big relax all the way down, relax, relax, relax. When you're ready, we're going to roll back. We're going to push those sit bones through the ground. We're going to breathe in and out. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. And all the way over and down. Roll back. Let's push the sit bones down through the ground again. See, those sit bones can really help you lift up, flatten the back, arms slightly into the front line, not over the back. You'll feel that it's too hard on the body. And we're going to follow those hands out and forward. Good job, dancers. Good job all the way over. Really, really work that line as long as you can. Keep that neck as long as you can. Keep breathing for as long as you can. That was a little spiritual advice, but I don't know if you caught it. Anyway, so let's pull the toes back, get the heels off the ground, pull the heels off the floor, and the last one is to pull those abs deep, 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 deep into the back. Good, breathe. Don't sickle the feet. Yeah, don't sickle them. Push, breathe. Exhale. Do more, breathe. In. Exhale. All the way out, down. Push your toes, go forward and hang out. We're going to pull it back into the flat back again. Pull those heels off the floor. Pull the abs deep into the spine. Push the spine nice and straight. Relax the shoulders. Smile. Yay! Enjoy it. I'm sure you can find things to enjoy about it. Maybe not you like stretching, but maybe like the intimate feeling with your body. I don't know. There's so many things to like about just the feeling, if that makes sense. So sometimes it doesn't feel good. All right, here we are. Or no, I think stretching should feel good, but sometimes it doesn't always. I don't know. Sometimes we're worried it's not going to lead us where we want to go, right? All right, so second position is a pretty, how can I say? You can approach this so many different ways, but let's start with the center line, because each time we're thinking about these positions, from the butterfly position, pike position to now second position straddle on the ground. What are we like? What's going on here? So find those sit bones on the floor, and if you've opened your legs so far that you can't find the sit bones, then get those legs closer together and have no ego at all about what you think your second position straddle is. Because to give you the point is, if I was sitting in first position, pike position, geez, at the point that I bring my legs here, this could be a second position. This could be a straddle. Especially if I feel the value and I feel the intensity, keeping my spine aligned by pushing the sit bones to the floor. So maybe that's how we can do it together this afternoon, is let's put our feet together here forward towards the pike. And let's just take it easy and just do a little bit out, not even the full diagonal. And then let's push that back straight. And sometimes this is what family can be for, a nice human body to help get pushed straight. You know, bring somebody over, tell them, get me up there. I like a leg. Nice leg right there, it's push. Did you make it? Okay, moving on. Open up the leg a little bit wider, and let's see how do we feel. And are you still on those sit bones? Are you starting to feel tight anywhere that you begin to feel a stretch? Interesting, interesting, interesting. Because I think sometimes we put our legs so far out to the side, and we're so tucked under that we think we're supposed to be stretching over there. So we may right now be discovering, here I am. This is a great place to stretch from, right? And maybe that's the key to being at home, is you don't have somebody looking at you, so you may not feel like this is a problem. Because for me, and you have to know that I've just been doing it for a while, I'm going to be a little bit more comfortable with my legs open, but I know where I'm at on my sit bones, I know where I'm at, and I may be showing a little bit more of a traditional open that you may not need right now, if that makes sense. But because this is my body and I want to do it my way, I'll put my body in my position, right? So if at home we feel like other eyes aren't seeing us and judging us, then we may choose to bring those legs in right where they need to go, lifting up through the abs, tighten the inner thighs, which is really important, because if you start to see that this muscle rotates back and down, when it starts to come down, those sit bones shove into the ground, and once you do that, that's like, there's two of them for a reason. It's like a plug into the wall, to the light socket. Boom! Right? So we're going to turn on the energy in our spine by getting those two hips pushed down into the ground. Awesome. How do you feel? I bet you feel pretty good. Just breathe. We've done a lot of just holding positions today, so I hope you're following along with that. I'm yapping, and you're just trying to hold the basic position. Feel that rotation inside the center line. All right, so from the waist, we push side to side. And this, we're using our lats. Awesome. Now we're going to lift up as we breathe in. You're going to lengthen the center line. And you know that when the gravity is going to arch you this way, the energy is going to push down through the lower or the other side of the body, in this case, the leg. So I got my energy, or my gravity, just helping me take that arch, and this energy in my center line pushing through the opposite leg, and I'm feeling that really delicious stretch. Breathe in out, other side, side to side. 1, 2, 3. Always pushing down through the ground, lifting up, still pushing down, pushing down, pushing down. Gravity helps the other side of the body take that stretch. I'm holding my shoulder back. Don't let the shoulder rotate forward. Hold it back. Open up the inner thigh. Breathe. Smile. Have fun. It's your body. You get to do with it what you want. Awesome. Recover. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, up and over. 6, 7. Let's come back to the front. Let's go to the side, and we bring it down. This one's not easy. Shoulders parallel to the floor. Get that spiral in there. Awesome. Recover to the side. Breathe in, open up. Other side, side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up and over. Yes. And recover. Parallel all the way down. Breathe and lengthen, breathe and lengthen, breathe and lengthen. Recover and center. Now, we're going to go into the center just a little bit, taste it out, and bring it back. So that was just a little bit of a little small movement. As you go forward, as your shoulders move into the center, I want you to push your hips into the floor, push your tailbone in the opposite direction, and when you're ready to come back, crank that up double time. Right, so we went a little bit further that time. Pinky toes are reaching back to the floor, arms are falling into the floor, lying long, flat back. Keep your head in line with your spine. Don't do what I do here because I'm vain and I want to look at the camera. You're going to have to hold the head here. Breathe in and out. Let's keep going. Pull those abs into the spine, arms forward to the center, pinky toes rotate back. And we're trying to find an internal rotation into the body so this movement becomes difficult yet easy at the same time. Keep breathing. It's always going to be difficult, but there's going to be a little bit of joy and easiness in it too. Keep going. Awesome. Hold, 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 and full stretch down into the center. Take a moment to check through all the special spaces in your body. Make sure everything feels calm and relaxed in this stretch. Ensure that the abs are not pouring forward into the center, but actually lifting up into the spine. Should be the only contraction that you're adding to the movement. So that means your toes are relaxed, your ankles are relaxed, the calf muscles, the knees, the quadriceps, the hamstrings, the glutes, the lower back, the middle of the spine, in through the diaphragm, through the lungs, and through the shoulder blades, the top of the shoulders, the top of the collarbone, through the neck, through the chin, through the cheeks, through the tongue, through the top of the head. Everything just as super relaxed as possible. Continue to breathe. Let's lengthen the spine a little bit more. So we take a deep breath in. Let the air fill up the lungs. Hold it at the top. And as you exhale, give it a little bit of a drop down into that stretch. Here we go, dancers. Give yourself an inch. You can do it. Go find it. Deep breath in. Expand the body. Bring the energy into the lungs. And exhale. Let that gravity pull you down just a bit. Awesome. Roll back. Remember, anytime we're letting gravity take over to the stretch, there is an opposite energy moving in the opposite direction. Sorry, I'm a little redundant. So that is a little bit hard to see, but then still those wrapping muscles. Here at the hips, the energy is always going into a spiral. So if my spine was going forward, these muscles here are spiraling under. How do you feel? Okay, I know it's going to take a minute. I want you to get those legs back into the center. Shake it out. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, listen to this. We're going to go to the side next. Are you guys having fun? I'm having fun. I'm happy that you're here. It's a little puzzle to fit in. Okay? So, same things that we've been doing, nothing changes. And if you really get what I'm all about, that simplicity of technique in the body will flow literally through, as far as I'm concerned, every style of dance that I enjoy. So I don't know, there might be other styles, I don't know, and maybe they're different, but the way the body works is harnessing these muscles. So we have our inner thigh muscles connected to our psoas muscles, our lat muscles pressing down the upper body. So leg muscles pulling into the hips, psoas connecting the upper body into the hips. Awesome. As we take this next exercise, if you want to really do it, as we would say, work. Keep your balls of your feet into the floor and try to keep your heels up off the floor. Okay? What we're going to do is be working the lower back. Okay, but there's so many ways to cheat. So just take this nice and easy and see if you can first find the mobility, The mobility where? And what is cheating? Here's the cheat. That's not the mobility that we need. We know we can do that. We know we can do that. The mobility that we need is the lats pressed down so that middle section is not moving. The psoas is contracting not at the top, but at the bottom, and the inner thighs contract at the bottom. So my inner thighs and my pelvis tuck under. There's your tuck. You know what your tuck is in belly dance. And then we come back to the top. Under and tuck. Under and straight. Under and straight. Under and straight. Keep going. Under and straight. It's like a little bit of a rock back, and then right back up to those sit bones. Tuck and back, and tuck and back. Okay, so typically we do this with the tuck being the and the straight being the B. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, 7, and 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Let's do 64 more. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Keep going. 1, and 2, heels up. 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Keep going. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. Feels like a pulse. And 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. Halfway there. 2, 64. My favorite number. 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and keep smiling. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Use the abs. And 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Heels high and smile. And 6, you only have 8 more. And 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and I'm shaking. Good, halfway down. Flat back. Roll all the way down. And make it feel good. Woo! All right. So the next section of movement is going to be utilizing that first section, but flowing into, let's say, the next two, right? So I get down there by squeezing my inner thighs, contracting my hips, vertebrae by vertebrae. I go all the way down to the floor, and then I'm going to stretch out. And then I'm going to reverse my position by exhaling, and straightening back up. Exhale, down, all the way in. Exhale, all the way up. You see that flat back at the end? All the way, and down, and all the way up. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. We are working hard today, so I know we're going to do how many we're going to do. I know what it is. Let's see. 5, 6, we're going to go tempo. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Exhale, inhale, roll. 2, 3, feel your spine. 5, 6, 7, keep breathing. Exhale, inhale, and and 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And what are we going to do? We're going to press down into the floor and smile while we get those obliques. Side to side, squeeze your inner thighs. Keep the center line. Side to side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and exhale. Good job. It's nice to feel the benefit of the work, so just take a moment to relax all the muscles in your body, feel that energy flow. Maybe things are feeling different right now, and it's nice to feel the body alive. All right, so I'm going to switch my position. You can stay right where you're at, and we are going to get our stretching going. I'm checking the time. Hi, everyone. Checking the time. Okay. When we do our stretching here, I want to remind you that you don't want, you see this? You don't want your rib cage open and your back sway. We want to actually use our feet like we would always use those 2 points. We were talking about the sit bones. And then now our feet are back in place. So I push my feet down into the ground to find that tilt in my pelvis. Now, I'm not going to take it for granted what I just said, because some of the things in dance come so easily from my mouth. I know they don't come easily from your body, so I want you to always pay attention to this and master this particular feeling here. The feet push into the ground, and that energy down and away tucks. Tucks the hip up towards the shoulder. If I was not making that down action, I may rock into a position that is perfectly fine, nothing wrong, but there's my spot right there. Because I firmly now feel my spine connected to the earth. Amazing. I love it. I love that feeling. So, if I want to stretch, I want tension down. So as I lengthen one leg into the sky, if my foot is half up, I'm going to be pushing down into the floor with that leg to get this leg to, remember that this leg is the gravity. So I don't have enough gravity with just the foot. We pull it, give it some extra gravity, but it's relaxed. The energy in my body is this side, pushing down. Awesome. Pulling the belly button deep into the spine. We're going to let it lengthen as long as we can through the spine. And that leg is just going to feel a nice, comfortable stretch. Breathe into the stretch. I want you to flex the foot, bend the knee, straighten the leg one last time, roll through the point. And let's switch it up. Other foot, other push. Here in the hips, I'm going to keep my inner thighs squeezed together. I'm not going to let my hips just be lazy and open. I'm going to have them in their parallel position. However, through the rest of the leg, everything seems to be relatively relaxed. I'm going to push down through my supporting side. Continue to breathe. Yes. Flex the foot, give it a plie. Straighten it back up, roll through the point, and now we're going to switch. We start with the other leg bent as we did before, and we're going to move it down now to a straight position. And when you do, you really get a chance to stretch the top of the hip. So I want you to think of that. You don't need so much of a stretch of the up leg, the leg in the sky. I want you to get a nice stretch into the hip bone, the pelvis. Shoulders down, breathing in, breathing out. Let's switch down to the other side. You're going to bring the up leg into the ground, the other leg up. We started here, and then we slowly stretch out so we get the chance to really feel that stretch through the hip, as if somebody was pushing there. Relax the energy through the shoulders, relax the energy through the chest. Just remember to keep breathing, keep smiling, keep lengthening. Good job, dancers. Good job. I'm going to switch the leg one more time. So this time, the leg that's up is going to go straight. We're going to bring the leg through passe, straighten it up, and then we're going to let the hip fall over to the side. Look to the opposite direction.
Nice spiral in the body. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Very good. Let's switch it over to the other side. Bring the knee in. Lengthen the leg up. So the flow is bend the knee, straighten the leg. And on this one, we're just going to let it fall over to the side and we look in the opposite direction. Passe, bring it back in, and you're going to straighten the leg, and we are going to do a couple developes. So the bottom leg is going to come into passe as the top leg goes straight down, and we hit 1, and then we go 2, and 3, and we go 4, and straight, push those abs into the ground a little faster. Goes 1 and straight, 2 and straight, 3 and straight, spine straight to the floor. 1 and straight, 2 and straight, 3 and straight, double time. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and stop. So to reverse that, reverse. We passe the top leg, straighten in the bottom leg, reverse. Passe and straight, reverse. Passe and straight, and passe and straight. Keep breathing, passe double time. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, and 7, and double goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. Both legs in. Circle it around. Spine on the floor, spine on the floor, spine on the floor. Both feet on the floor. Hips down into the ground. You want to roll. You want to push those hips up. Keep the center line. Keep everything squeezed together and roll the spine back down. Let's return back to the up. Squeeze the inner thighs. Remember, this happens in the legs first. Legs, hips, rolls up to the shoulders. Hold. And roll down. Think about your body. Think about where you may feel more of a plop instead of a zip. Let's get that nice, smooth roll down on the floor. Here we go. Exhale, roll up. Push the balls of the feet high into the floor. Exhale and roll down. Inhale, roll up. Exhale and down. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Okay, dancers. Let's say this. I think, sorry, I gotta check what time it is again. Okay, I think I'm okay. Let's do 1.5 minutes to go grab your shoes. No, I lied. 3 minutes to grab shoes, grab a drink of water. I'm not gonna do too much, but I wanna do a little plie, little feet, and then we'll move to belly dance. So I gotta fix the camera, and me personally, I also wanna grab my shoes today. So take a little bit of a moment, and then we come back together. Just a little bit of a moment. As you go on a journey with me here. All right, I'll get my shoes, I come right back. Look at my cool yoga mat.
Everybody ready? I'm a little confused about technical things right now. Does everybody see me? Am I still here? We'll see. Am I still here? Maybe not. It doesn't matter.
So we're going to start just rolling through the feet in a couple of different styles. First, we're going to start parallel, yes?
Am I here? Hello, hello, hi, I am here.
Yes, you are here too. Thank you, dancers. Such wonderful reassurance from such beautiful people. How blessed am I? I truly, truly know. I truly, truly know. Okay, so here's my what we're doing first. So we're going to squeeze the inner thighs, plie into first position. Roll up to the ball of the feet, squeeze the inner thighs, push the hips high into the ground, heels return back to the floor. Plie, energy into the lower abs, push from under the hips, rise while you squeeze, roll down. We'll do 4 of those. We'll reverse the floor. We go up into the sky. When you go up, your lats push down. When you go down, your inner thighs squeeze even more. Then you're going to roll those heels down to the floor, push as you come back up. 4 on each side. Great, you know the drill. Then we'll probably do it in second position, turned out, turned in, so on, so forth. And we will do it together. 5, 6, 7, we go. Squeeze your inner thighs. 1, roll, 2, and up, again, and 1, and 2, roll up, again, and down. Feel the posture in your body. Find the alignment. Squeeze the inner thighs. Let's go to the top. Push down, squeeze, and roll, and up, and push down, squeeze, and roll, and up. Push down, squeeze, and roll, and up. Last time, push down, squeeze. Let's go to our second. Turned in. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. Let's reverse. Push down. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. Find your center line. Keep breathing. And 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Last time. 1, and 2, and 3, and first position. Let's turn out. Squeeze. 6, 7. We go. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. Use your inner thighs. Lift down to go up. Go down. Push down. And last time. 1, and 2, and 3, and rise up. And 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Again. 1, and 2, and 3. Keep smiling. Keep breathing. Push down. Squeeze your inner thighs. Roll down. Push. And last time. Let's go to our second. Turned out. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Check your posture. And the 2, and the 3, and the 4, and the 1, and the 2, and the 3. Last time. And lift down. And go. Push down. Let's push down to get up. And the 2, and the 3, and the 4, and the 1, 2, 3. Let's push, push, push. 1, 2, 3. Last time. And up.
and 2, and 3, back to first. Demi-plie, lift up. You did it. Way to make it through. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. From our first position, roll through the foot, flex the foot, roll through the foot, other side, out. First position, flex, keep strong on the supporting hip. Push through the back and flex, and push, and other side, out, and flex. We're just trying to find that inner thigh on the supporting leg. Roll and push. Don't let your hip swing out. Must look the same when you go to take your flex to the back. 1, and 2, and 3. Last time, hold here. 1, don't move, and 3. Turn it out. And 1, and 2, and 3. And don't put pressure in your kneecap, just in the upper inner thigh. Back moves forward when you go derriere. Encore means all 4 sides. Now we go to the other side. And 1, 2, 3. To the diagonal, not the side. That's the proper technique. That's where you find those muscles. You can grow from there. Go forward when you go to your derriere. Good job. To the side. 1, 3, 5, and 7. Plie. Excellent. So we're going to have and 1, and 2, and 1, 2, 3, and side, and turn in. 6, 7 in the socket. Back, and back, and back. Turn in, turn out, and out, and out, and out. Turn in, turn out. Other side. 1, and 2, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, and 2, and 1. Turn in, turn out. From the socket, back comes forward every time. Adjust your posture. Yes, good job. Hope you find that hip socket. That's what we're doing today. Not as poetic as it should have been, but I think we got that exercise in that we needed just enough to start working in the hips. Dancers, I want to give you one more, just a little small little break, 2 minutes. 2-minute break helps me. I'm going to grab a sip of water. We're going to change up the music. We're going to get our belly dance in. Good job for working so methodically on the ground. Good job for those little bit of center floor. And let's get back and get all those drills in. 2 minutes. Thanks for your patience. Okay, bring your bodies back to the dance floor. Guess I don't want these shoes. Let's see what you guys will think about the camera angle today. All right, maybe right here, right, dancers? So let's actually begin in the upper body. Let's just take some isolation, side to side. Feel that same work that we just did from the last class, that the weight of my body swings to one direction, but the energy follows in the opposite direction. Yay! Hi, Maki. Hi, Maite. Good. So you got that chest loosened up. I want you to feel your alignment. Now, from the front to the back, I'm squeezing in the back, and my weight is changing forward, back, forward, back, forward. Let's go up, and up. From this one, I'm pushing down through the floor, finding my lifting in the chest. Good job. And front and up. Front and up. Are you smiling? All right. Let's bring our arms up to the side a little faster. And arms forward to the center. We got to change our weight. Forward, up, forward, up, forward, up, forward, up, forward, up. Good job. Hold on to those inner thighs. 8 more. 8. Good. So back to the side. We're going to use that up for the roller coaster ride. We're going to go up and stop. Up, stop. Up, stop. Up, stop. 1, 2. 1, 2. Use those lats. Little shimmy. Let's add that little shimmy on top. And now up and down. Up, front, up. Change the weight. Doesn't have to be a big move. We already have that shimmy. Up to the center, little forward. Especially if we're adding layers, not everything has to be at the biggest level, right? So you just get that little up, forward, up, forward. Good job. Up, forward, up, forward, up, forward. Good. 1, 2, 1, 2, up, and circle. 1, 2, 1, shimmy, forward, front, next, up, and shimmy. Sorry, circle. Now shimmy, front, up, circle. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, up, and front, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, what is 10? 1, 2, 3. No, we can't do it. Now the music changed. I was going to put with a little walk. Forget that, right? Forget that. Next time. Do a little walk next time. Let's move on to the arms. Good warm up in the upper body. Remember that all that posture comes from the thighs, and when the upper body is in line, it's really easy to make small little gestures, right? Got to find them in the right spot back, but the center line is there. So roll in through the arms, exhale out. Balls of the feet planted firmly on the floor. Pubic bone is pushed forward because the inner thighs are squeezed together. That flowing into the center line is what gives the grace and the softness out here on the perimeter. Just the right, smaller, faster. Good. Other side, smaller, faster. Let's make it into a little snake arm, one up and down. lift. We know the opposite of the body is always following. Up, up, good. The arms are gonna flow back into those waves. Nice, you can change the wave. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Good, you got your circles. Open the arm out. 1, 2. This is a spine roll and a lift. All the way, full circle in the upper body. So we take it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Now add the circles. Again. 1, 2, 3. You gotta breathe. 5, 6, 7. Push it out. 1, 2, 3. Add the circles. Faster version. 1, 2. Hold a slower tempo. 5, 6, 7. That might not make much sense to you. 5, 6. That's okay. And about the counts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Half the 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's get those arms going. 1, 2. A little faster. 1, 2, 3. Take it out. Slow, slow. Quick, quick, slow. Bring it in. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2. Roll the shoulders back. 1, 2, 3. How about you just experiment for the rest of the song on your shoulder rolls? See if you can keep to shoulder rolls. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes we want to just flow into other moves, but the best practice, just practice 1. Shoulder. Maybe add a step. Shoulder. Maybe add a level. Shoulder. Maybe change where you're looking. Maybe change your tempo. But try to keep those shoulder circles. I like the shoulder circles because your hands can be on the inside or they can flow and touch the perimeter space. Really, that movement comes from the twist inside the body and the lift inside the body. So the arms tell a bigger story than really, hey Erica, than what the center line is doing all the work. The arms kind of take the credit, right? So you as the dancer may really try to work your arms. Let the arms be the afterthought. Work the center line of the body. Center line of the body, well, that's actually down through the feet. So I get that spiral and the lift by pushing down. Then the arms get to have some time to play. Just the shoulders. Try to find. And if you find yourself to be someone who loves to move slow, then speed it up. If you're somebody who finds yourself all over the place, chill out, right? Just do the opposite. It's a good first practice. Everybody doing great? All right. Yes, we're ready for belly dance. Good. Next place we're going to work. Just moving down the body, right? So we did our upper body, we did our rib cage. Let's move a little bit here in the diaphragm. Just have fun. When we do it, we want to lift up into the center and then actually let the abs push down, down, down. Keep the integrity of the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lift, roll, lift, and pull front and back. Pull it in, roll it down. Pull it in and down. Pull it in and down. Faster if you can. Let's start from the top. Up, up, up. Squeeze your inner thighs. Up. Accent down. Down, 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 down. One more time. Roll. Pull. 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 And pull. 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 Double time. Pull faster. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Squeeze your inner thighs. Find that center line. Doesn't have to be big. It could be a thought. I was going to say a memory. It could be a memory too. You might have done it once. Might have ate too much cake today. All right, good. Let's move down. Oh, no, actually, let's do our camels first. Now, the movement that we just did was an isolated tummy movement. That's just to be fancy and funny. I don't really call that Arabic dance, other than it's the, maybe it is Arabic dance. That's not coming from anything too folkloric, right? That's concentrating and doing a little bit of a trick. So I want you to be able to do tricks, but the movement now that we're doing is so much more important. I don't want you to get them mixed up, okay? So, I'm going to undulate my entire body through rocking the feet forward and back. I'm going to do something that felt similar in the abs at the back line, but not at the front. Notice when we did that ab movement, we only pulled back, relax, back, and then we just let it fall down. That's kind of what we do here. Relax, back, front, back. Breathe in. 1, 2. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep your feet flat on the floor. Let's work that inner thigh contraction. 1, contract. 2, double time. 1, 2. Arms up. 1, 2. In front of your center line. We're going to take 3 steps on each side. 1, 2, 3. Switch. 1, 2, 3. Switch. Arms forward. Keep going. 1, 2, 3. I didn't think about how I was going to turn around. 1. Keep going. I'm going to step backwards. Don't step backwards. Too far. You take a little circle around yourself. 3 steps. Front and front. Switch. Front and front. 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 Let's start from the beginning. Slow. 1, 2. 1, 2. Breathe out, breathe out, breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out. I love this song. Double time. 1, 2. 1, 2. So really feel that tilt forward and back into the ground. When your body pushes and pulls on the ground, you can find your I was going to say your strongness. Can we find our strongness, dancers? Let's do that. Here. 1, 2, 1, 2. Faster. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And the reason why that one's hard, I'll save for another day. You've done so good so far. Camels! How about the reverse? Remember our little choreography? We're going to do this. Not today. Oh, maybe we can redo it a little bit. All right, where are we at? Reverse. That's where we're at. Reverse. So I got to go backwards, back, and if I send my body into the reverse, but also the musical reverse, very important, musical reverse, and 1. And go step together, step. And then we're going to switch to the other side. Step together, step. Step together, step. Step together, step. Little circle. Let's do it again. Forward. Let's keep going. Little circle. Back front, back front, back front, back front. One on the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you get it? Front, up and down. One each side, then reverse. All right, take it on a little walk, wherever you want. Up and down, up and down. Reverse. Let's have our arms go up and down,
Reverse, arms come down. All right. Up and down. Keep going, don't stop. Lift up. Reverse. Front, back, front, back, front, and back, and up. All right, I hope you feel that. 1, 2, 3, hold. 1, 2, 3, no hold. 1, and 1. Front, back, front, no hold, back. Did you get it? From the top. Front, back, back, front, back front, back front, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back. 1. All right. Only thing we're going to add is the plie. Can you add a little plie in there? Up and down, up and down, and up and plie, and up and plie, and down, and down. Moving on. Next time, more elevate and plie. Plie, side to side. All right, I want you to get comfortable. I want you to remember to squeeze your inner thighs. That all that work we just did, stretching from the center, is the push down. The hips are coming in towards the shoulders. Good, they're pressed down. Push up. 1, just the right. When we do the singles, the most important part is to feel the relax. Other side, up, relax, drop, drop, drop. So we pulse, but we find that immediate pulse release. That's going to help us, and going to be the hardest part about going faster. Now we go faster, singles, release. Fast, 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 other side. I'm technically in plie, just pushing down. Up. Let's do it again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8. 8. 8. 8. Hold. And good. Let's do it again. All right. Lift the arms up. Drop them down. 2 on each side. Right. Let's step forward, back, 2, singles, 1, 2, like a little box. Just control the rhythm. Ta, single, inner thighs together. Again. Single. Sharp, sharp. Sharp. Sharp, sharp. All right, just the double, step forward. Singles back, tighten fast. Little circles, tuck the tailbone under. Two forward, hip. You've got to keep that space the same, and it's lower than where you would normally stand. So I'm in a full plie. help at all between each step. So if you're struggling, there's something to work on. If you're also struggling and you feel like you want to pull up, relax, push down. Give in to the movement. Hup, 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 hup. All right, front step, back step. And if I squeeze together. Keep going. All right. Hey, just a second. Hey, just a second, you machine. All right, so typically, we step forward on a 1. So what's the first thing to do to create some really awesome contrast is do the opposite of typical. And instead of, well, within reason, because some things are unreasonable. So the opposite of tradition and reasonable is I don't have to step down on the front on 1. Perhaps I could step back on 1, right? So I'm still stepping down on 1 because I've promised I would, right? Those are the rules. Be the music, be the beat. Doom is my beat, so my body must doom. That's what I gotta give. I gotta give that foot to the floor, 1. So typically on a rock, step, ball, change, rock, step, ball, change, rock, step, and then we go like this, and we go to the other side. But that's actually just a practice. That's a little too jazzy. But we still practice it like that so that you can get used to 1, 2, 5, 6, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. You wait for it. 1. Ah, there was the lesson. I gotta wait for it. 2, right? And we go back heavy to the other leg. So if I go, okay, now you've learned that lesson, congratulations. Let's just make a small adjustment to that and have rock, step, ball change. So the 1 is the back. I'm going to do everything almost exactly the same, although if I'm going back, I may slide a little bit more, but I can still do this, just the hips. But I really might try to like give a little something extra. That's my 1, 3, 5, 7. Ha 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 ha, pivot. And then I'm going to step back. Oh, whoa, what just happened? You're like, dang, Stefanya, we haven't done that before. True that, we've never done that before. So, like we in the collective of us and you might have done whatever before, right? I'm just saying here. So, it's pretty much the same though, and we like to experiment with things that are new. So when you go back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just the counts, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is your pivot, right? So I step, and then I pivot, and now I'm ready to step back on the other foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you count your 7? Step on it, just pivot. 7, 8, 2 things on 1 foot. It used to be step and hold. So a hold and a pivot might be kind of similar. What am I doing? What does pivot mean? When I step forward and I want to go pivot, it means that I went from my front being one space and I pivoted around and made my front an alternative space. Some of you are basketball fans, and you see that there's a move in basketball called pivot. You can stop dribbling and you can pivot, but that means your foot has to stay in the same spot. And you can change your front before you pass. Right? That's a pivot. So we kind of have a similar idea for pivot. That's why I give you a basketball reference. So you pivot. 7, you stay on the same foot. You see, you can't travel. That was my basketball reference again. Don't travel. Hold that foot and pivot. And then remember that our 1s are back, so let the foot continue. 1s are back. 5, 6, 7, step back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Best time is to go 5, 6, step, pivot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, best time. 5, 6, step, pivot, and then you get to go. I'm sure you got that. Let's try it one more time slowly. 5, 6, my foot goes back, away from my center, cross, and away from my center, cross, and away from my center, cross. Here we go, away and cross. Extra move, away from my center, cross. Smile, because you made it back to the front. Wink, because you didn't fall down. I didn't fall down. Here it comes. 5, 6, 7. Yes. And you know what? That's why we wink, because not regular people get to pivot all the time, right? Are you sashaying and pivoting down the street? I actually hope so, but that's a different story. We'll loosen up. We'll get there. We hear the 1, 5, 6, 7, and. Are you counting? Tuck those heels under. Inner thigh squeeze. All right, so we're going to go tuck, release, chest. 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 And tuck, release, chest. Tuck, release. Tuck it in, relax it, push it up, drop it, tuck. Brain teaser, here we go. All right, tuck. Tuck. Tuck, lift, down, relax. As you can tell, my mouth stopped working, so if, it's about to happen. It's okay. So, but even when my mouth stops to work, I remember to squeeze my thighs more and more and more, because essentially I know that all my dance is somewhere deep down inside of there. So I'll go to my safe spot right there. So what we were doing was we're going to do two things with the hips, and then we're going to smush those two things together in time. So the first thing I want you to concentrate on is that we're doing tuck into the heels to neutral. Neutral is very important, so really think about neutral. Neutral is where you started, right? Neutral was the perfect posture that was hard to get into in the first place with the squeezing and everything. Then from that squeezing, we have to go to deeper squeezing. It's not easy. Back to that just right amount of squeezing, which I'm calling neutral and I'm saying relax, but it really means don't mess this up. That was my bleeped version. Right? Get that posture nice and straight. Because only from that straight are we ready to move up the body and come down. So if I went like, got it, and then I don't care, how can I move into my next spot? I can't do anything. So I have to go, I got my new movement, I got my right posture with the relax, tuck, relax, lift, and drop. Tuck, relax, lift, and drop. Tuck, relax, lift, and drop. Tuck, relax, 8 more times. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeeze. 2,
3, 4, squeeze, 2, halfway there, 1, 2, ha, change your weight, push down, change your weight, push down, change your weight, push down. Good. When I want to be one smarter, I want to be like, I want to make my body more efficient, I want to make my movements more efficient, because there's a certain level of when you're dancing, you start to have to do that. Well, how can I get there faster? How can I move there more efficiently so I can fit that in, because I only have this amount of time, but I want so much. So you gotta learn how to do it. So going back to the right posture every single time is that perfect access point to being able to do things faster, right? So you don't always have to slow your drum solos down with whatever app you use. Right? We can go a little bit faster. Now, so our pattern was here, move the hip, move the chest, move the hip, the chest. Now, what if we do a hip movement, top, we hold, then the chest, up, then we release, release. Here, up, and neutral, here, up and neutral, here, up and neutral, here, up and neutral. It's a little bit of a different pattern, and I was so thrilled the other day because we used to call this ABBA, and I thought it was smart. I thought, oh, everybody's gonna know what I'm talking about, ABBA, and it's A move, B move, back to A move. Or pattern A to B, B, A. Some of you are going like, I know what she's talking about, right? Well, the other night, or the other day, or the other month, who the frick knows when it was, because right now during my quarantine, the only person I'm speaking to is my husband, but he said something about the ABBA, and he's European, so I'm like, oh yeah, I totally love the ABBA, right? Where am I going with this? He was talking about, because he like does things and they have to kind of do things that are, he's not a dancer, but it's similar. And he says it's the ABBA. Scene A to scene B to scene B to scene A. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I can't wait to share this with everybody. And now I'm doing it with you. So now it's the ABBA. We'll know that that's our pattern, A, B, B, A. First pattern was A, B, B, A, B, B. Hips, hips, chest, chest, hips, hips, chest, chest, hips, hips, chest. Now ABBA, hips, chest, chest, hips, hips, chest, chest, hips. Maybe I should say pelvis, but it's not syllable. I need one syllable words to make this happen. One, ha, and A, B, B, A, B, B, A. That's right, Maki, yes. And ABBA's not so bad as a band. 1, 2, 3. I love happy songs. I love disco. I'm listening to a lot of disco at my house. Good. We start to control the drop in the hips more through the inner thighs than through anything else. So be careful you're not wasting too much time in the abs, especially when we're going fast. I personally really feel that tuck and pull using my legs is far more efficient than always needing to tuck my belly, because even when I tuck my belly, and I think this is for you guys too, you're more likely to contract the other parts of the body. So try to use the inner thighs there, inner thighs, and then let the work be from inside the body. Inside, 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 inside. All right, so if we had A, B, B, one pattern, the ABBA, A, B, B, A, we should be able to go A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B. Gosh, I hope you're just joining me right now. You'll be like, oh, that robot malfunctioned. Here we go. So we're gonna go hips, hips, chest, chest. That's gonna be hard. Hips, chest, yeah. Hips, chest, hips, chest, hips, chest, hips, chest, hips, hips. Can't say it at the same time. A, B, 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 A, B. All right. I want you to try to practice those at home. Remember A, B, B, A, B, B, A, A, B, A, B, And you're just trying to get that first movement in the hip section is actually not out. It's always under and then release. So we would under, release, push, relax, under, release, push, next one, under, push, relax, relax, under, push, relax, last one, contract, contract, release, release, contract, contract, release, release. Did you do it? Did you do it? I bet you did. All right, moving on. No more isolations, no more isolations. Let's get our body flowing. We can let go of anything, Let's let our bodies flow. So, as I start my tilt side to side, I remember that my arms are forward, my hips are traveling forward towards the diagonal, and I'm going to start off with a straight leg movement, right? So if my legs are straight, that means I get to add other straight leg paths. One of them is my twist. So I just basically took my slide, added the twist in the center, lifting up to the spine. Let's add the tempo. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow. Good job. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, keep breathing. 6, 7, reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we bring it in. 1, and 1, 2, 3. Keep the arms strong. Flowing forward, use those lats. On twists, the lats are really important. Ha, ha, ha. Last time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Just the basics. Side to side. Side to side. Good. Keep the inner thighs together. Now, if I took that feeling of figure 8 and I moved it to just one leg, I wouldn't have an 8 anymore. I have a circle. If I want to add, I can add the twist in the center. So let's do 2 straight. 2, no twist. Now 2 with the twist. Good. Pull it back. No twist and flat. No twist. And with the twist. Excellent. So depending on how you think of that move, one may feel a little bit more like a figure 8, because of course the figure 8 may have that twist. How about we go to the other side? Flat circle around, flat circle at the twist, around, and around. Keep going. Flat. 1, 2, twist. 1, 2, 1, 2 at the twist, and 1, 2. Side to side. Good. Now, let's add the front crescent shape. 1, 2, 1, to the side. 1, 2, 3, to the back. One leg stays on the floor. 1. So essentially, one of those foot is in the pivot. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. To the side. 1, 2, 1. To the side. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. How about that? 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep going. 1, 2. We're going to add the circle here. We go. Crescent. Front, breathe back. Front, breathe back. Front, breathe back. Open. Good. So the front indicates for now that our feet can be apart. And when we come to the back, let's indicate that our feet come closer together. And other side. Open, together. Open, together. You have the front half, the back half. And reverse. 1. Hop. 2. Hop. 3. Hop. 4. Hop. 5. Hop. And other way. Forward. Pull it in. I'm really going to use my breath here to pull back. Exhale, breathe in. Exhale, breathe in. Nothing about the front is important. Everything about the back is important. And Good. Ready? We're going to do, starting with our twist, then around, and then twist. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, around. 1, 2, figure eight. 1, 1, 2, 3, and 1, hop, 2, and step. Figure eight, and fast, fast, slow. 1, together. 2. Now this almost feels like the same thing. Now we just change it right at the end. Add that little twist. 1, hop, 2, twist. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1. Yeah. Okay, good job. Let's keep this going. Let me change the song. Good job, everybody. Wish I had water today. Oh, yes. All right. So if I had an Egyptian shimmy, you know what that is. I'm going to use all the technique. I'm going to use all the technique that I was just working on in the previous hour about pushing down through the floor, aligning the hips. And once I find that alignment, it's going to be this really comfortable vibration, contracting the inner thighs as if I wanted to change the space of the very, very dead center of my thighs, which there's always like a seam there in your hands, so you can really imagine it flowing back and forth. So the more I push down, the more I make a straight line, the easier the shimmy should be. And I want you to kind of explore that movement here for me for a moment. And the first thing we're going to do is from one side, we're going to shimmy, change the weight. Change the weight. Change the weight. Good, keep going. Really want you to loosen it up. I don't want you to feel like there's any rush. Now here comes a little bit of a half circle, half circle, half circle, half circle, and half circle, half circle, half circle, half circle, half circle, half circle. If I can get the rocking into the back, that's going to start sending me into other directions. So I first used that lock back to be able to find where I could make the pivot, right? Locking back into my hip. Once I got back to the front, I want to use that pull back and in to be finding the twist. Because all I'm doing is adding just that one more move. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Good, keep going, keep going. Pull back and around. Lift the arms up. Let the elbows or the arms fall while the elbows stay high. Then you can bring the elbows in, lifting the elbows up. Bringing them in, pulling them out. Keep that shimmy going. Roll the shoulders up, dancers. Shake out one leg, shake out the other leg. Little Egyptian shimmy to one side. Breathe in. Egyptian shimmy up to the other side. All right, little shimmy, so let's see if we can do it. We're going to find that lockdown over the hip. When I step forward, I'm going to lock over on the front leg, over. Spill it over, tilt. The Egyptian shimmy doesn't stop. Keep going, push. It's a straight leg, you're pushing over the straight leg, push over it. And 1. Push, 2. Slide, push down, push down. And where the accent is, that leg is straight, the back leg pushes over. I can hide the movement by stepping on the diagonal, or I can open it by coming backwards on the same push, right? I can go either forward, or I can step backwards. Same rhythm, push, over, shimmy, lock, 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 lock. Is that Egyptian shimmy? Good job, dancers. Take a deep breath in, into your nice deep plie. Open up your heart. Let your elbows come down to your knees. Side to side. Take your one hand over to the side. Take a deep breath in. Stretch it up. Stretch to the other side. All the way up. Grab those elbows. Slowly roll up. All right. Bravo. Now, dancers, I have some wonderful news to share with you. As always, things always in evolution, always changing, always growing, always becoming better and better. And we've had this wonderful moment to see what a new world would look like. Yay, we went through that, and now we're going to be slowly changing things as things evolve. We're in California, so things evolve. And we are evolving. So our schedule gets to update itself a little bit. You can check out the Facebook page for that. Another beautiful thing that has evolved is our website. It may not be 100% in its full, beautiful form, but I am happy to announce that there is a membership access to the website that you can have. Some of you who are in persona students, which are our Los Angeles down the street friends, our neighborhood friends that come into class, some of you are going to gain instant access to the membership area, and some of you are going to pay a very small, very reasonable fee. But the good news is, when you do, you will get to join us on our upcoming Zoom classes. What? Yeah. So Sarah's already done a couple of introduction to belly dance sessions on Zoom, and since we've had a lot of inquiries, we thought we'd open up a couple of classes during the week. So to gain access to our private group classes where I can virtually poke and prod you because I'll be able to see your beautiful bodies, you can join us on Zoom. Now, doesn't that sound exciting? And you wonder, well, how am I going to get all the information? What you're going to do is become a member of the website, which will be super easy and maybe not complete in its form right now, but we'll certainly be updating it daily and momently and whatever we can, meaning me, to bring you a wonderful, wonderful website with video tutorials, like I said, Zoom access. If we're doing any events, you'll have like a priority pass, meaning if we're going to do calls for dancers or shows or whatever we typically participate in. When you're a member, you're going to get a first come, first serve something or other. We're going to treat you right. That's what I'm talking about. So you guys, it's Saturday. It's a day to enjoy. It's a day to feel peace and tranquility from a busy week, if that's your style. So I hope you can find that no matter what, even if you're watching our stream on a Tuesday. Peace and tranquility is what it's all about. Exercising the body is giving us a taste of that, and there's so much more. So I want to not only encourage you to do the wonderful activity of dance, but expand your horizons. Paint me a picture. I don't know what else. Be creative as in many ways as you can, because I know it's really healing, and I know it's a part of the process that we all need. Here at the Los Angeles Bellydance Academy, we are giving you the opportunity to do some dancing, specifically the beautiful, wonderful art of Rakshaki that you will learn more about as you develop your skills and get to grow as a dancer and a musician and an artiste altogether. What else can I say other than all of us care and love you and care about you so much that we just say hi, and we look forward to connecting with you on Zoom and on the website, and thank you for all the things that you've done. Thanks for being here. We passed 6,000 subscribers on YouTube, which has been up 1,000 subscribers since we started this, so that's putting that extra little bit of smile on my cheeks. So thank you for everybody that's new, thank you for everybody that's been around for a while. And there's lots more to come, lots more dancing, lots more talking from me, obviously, because I can't get enough of it, but you guys know that. And Nicole will be back on tomorrow. Enjoy the stream. Oh, if anybody noticed, I didn't get any streams up this week. I did a technical problem, but what I learned about technical problems is you don't have to have them more than once you figure them out. So thanks everybody for your patience. We love all of you. Have a great day. Bye, 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 bye.